In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use Apple Intelligence on iPad. It's a very easy process, so make sure to follow along. Depending on which iPad model you have, you will be able to enable and use Apple Intelligence. So there are two main steps that you have to take to get this done. First, you need to update to iPad OS 18, and then you need to enable it from the settings. However, as I've mentioned before, you will only be able to use Apple Intelligence on some particular models. So check to see if your iPad falls within these categories here. Your iPad needs to have an A17 Pro or M1 chip and later. So essentially, either A17 Pro chipset or M1, M2, and M4. Like I said before, you will also need iPadOS 18.1 or later. If you are unsure if your iPad is compatible, just search for it on Google. So, in general, it is going to work for the following models: the iPad Pro, so all iPad Pro models with an M1 chip or later, including the 11-inch and 12.9 or 13-inch models, the iPad Air models with an M1 chip or later, M1 and M2, which includes both the 11-inch and 13-inch models, and finally for the iPad mini 7th generation with the A17 Pro chip and later. So to update to iPadOS 18, go into the settings, and if you have a software update available, you can simply tap here. Alternatively, if you don't see this or you would like to check manually, go over to the general settings, and then you will find software update. So choose General, Software Update, and go through with the update process. You should see iPadOS 18. Once you update to iPadOS 18, you will now have this new option under Accessibility and General. So you will see General, Accessibility, and finally Apple Intelligence and Siri. Tap on this and enable it here. If you cannot enable it right away, you might have to request access because this feature is still being developed. And as soon as it is enabled, you are good to go. If you do not see this setting, another thing to note is that your iPad must be set to the US region and language alongside Siri. So the language and region settings on your iPad and Siri need to be set to the United States. And once you change both of them, you should see Apple Intelligence and Siri available to be enabled. I hope I was able to help you on how to use Apple Intelligence on iPad. If this video helped you, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more very easy tips. Thank you for watching.